What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. Please subscribe to my new YouTube channel. The link is down below in the description box. It says join new channel so we can go live because we're going live all next week on my new channel. So I want you guys to be there, baby. So let's get down to the situation. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. So let's talk about Bolo. Bolo and his situation. He is still being an honorary housewife and everything else of that nature. And also, Eva Marcille had to jump in and basically say that when she was at Cynthia's wedding, when she was talking to a guest, Eva Marcille basically was saying once they force or convince Bolo to show his bolo, and, you know, from there the ladies went on and wanted to get into the nitty gritty and wanted to do it all and do it wild. And so it is what it is. And Eva Marcille was saying this at Cynthia Bailey's wedding, while we know Cynthia Bailey had special people to film and record her wedding so she can give the footage to Bravo, because they refused to film Cynthia's wedding because they didn't want to take any risks, because 200 people, they didn't want to get no lawsuits. But in any event, you know, at Cynthia's wedding, Eva Marcille was telling another guest that she heard there was a whole lot of cotton munching going on. And also that it almost seemed like the ladies convinced him and basically had to almost like forced him to, you know, show what he was working with. So, you guys tell me what you think about that situation. It also seemed like Eva Marcille was so happy to see that Porsha Williams is, you know, basically being the topic of discussion in a negative light, and also Tanya Sams and also Shamea, because she said she was lied on, and baby, she's here for all of it, and she gonna talk about it, and she did talk about it at Cynthia's wedding, you know, and she had her mic on and talking about the situation. So, you know, Miss Cynthia Bailey got the footage before Bravo, so she left that in there. Lord have mercy, what's going on? They talk about Tanya Sams. Eva Marcille was like, oh, did Tanya Sam have fun? Oh, where's she at? You know, she disappeared. And, you know, Kenya Moore was like, oh, yeah, she had a whole bunch of fun. She did a lot of kissing, a lot of touching, a lot of everything with her friend Porsha. I was like, Lord have mercy. You know, Kenya Moore went in when it came to the situation. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. But when it comes to Eva Marcille, she was happy. I'm glad Eva Marcelle's not on the show. But in any event, it is what it is. Tanya Sam is MIA. She's lost in action. And, you know, it seems like Miss Cynthia Bailey doesn't want anything to do with the drama, point blank, period. She don't want to talk about Porsha. She don't want to talk about, you know, Sidora. She don't want to talk about anybody. She's really holding this stance for now, and she don't want no part of the mess or the nastiness, and she wants people to be free, and she's not really, you know, saying that and then spilling tea. Kandi Burruss is saying that whatever stays in the dungeon should stay in the dungeon. She don't really want to talk about the situation, but Kandi Burruss did protect, you know, Shamea. She basically said Shamea wasn't doing anything. Shamea wasn't caught up. Shamea wasn't in the room with the girls when they was doing what they do. So she's actually protecting Shamea too. And it seems like Kandi Burruss wants to protect, you know, when it comes to Miss what is her name? Kandi Burruss wants to protect Tanya Sams. You know, Tanya Sams she disappeared. She's been MIA because Kenya Moore said that she don't want to tear up nobody's relationship, but in the same token, she want to talk about the situation. She want to get at the girls that was getting her because she was lied on, and basically even myself said she was lied on, and they want to get down to the nitty gritty and expose the girls for what they was doing. And Kenya Moore said if it was me, they would be talking about me. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. Ooh wee, baby, it is going down. And Kandi Burruss is trying her best not to say anything, but she can't help it. She gotta talk. And Sidora is getting the short end of the stick, but she is with the short end of the stick because she's giving it as well as she is receiving it. So it is what it is. So let's just get down to the situation. Like, Lord. And so we goes on to that situation. Eva Marcille wants to know what's going on, what's happening, what's popping, what's cracking, lacking. They at Cynthia Bailey's house getting ready, you know, for the wedding the next day. You know, she ready to do the damn thing. And Eva Marcille is happy and she's excited. And when it comes to Cynthia Bailey, she's excited to have, you know, Eva Marcille in the building. But Eva Marcille wants to know what was going on, what was happening, because she heard the blogs, and she want to know what is popping with the blogs. And so Kenya Moore, you know, is going to let her know what's was popping with the blogs, and basically, Eva Marcille was like, what happened? What went down? The blogs are saying this, the blogs are talking, and Eva Marcille saying, is it real? And Kenya Moore says some of the stuff has definitely happened. And basically Eva Marcille was like, for real? What about Tanya Sams? Did she have a good time? Was it good for Tanya Sams? Like, what's going on? I was like, Lord have mercy. I'm like, for real, it's going to be like that situation. And Eva Marcille is basically saying, so did Tanya Sam have fun? And, Kenya Moore was like, oh, yeah, she definitely did have fun. Kenya Moore was like, oh, yeah, she had fun. She had all types of fun. And she had the most fun when it came to Porsha, because her and Porsha was kissing, touching, and everything else. And she mainly did it with her friend Porsha. So basically, when it comes to Kenya Moore, she is saying that Tanya Sims was in it to win it when it came to, Porsha Williams. They was kissing, they was touching, they were together, baby. And they supposed to be friends. So I wonder, does Tanya Sam and Porsha Williams have some type of, relationship that was going on way before this? Because why would they feel so comfortable and doing everything that they did, allegedly, if it's true, in that room, and get all down and dirty with the situation? And Porsha was basically convincing Tanya Sam that she won't get in trouble. Come on, girl. Have you ever had the Bolo experience? Have you ever tried Bolo? Have you ever seen Bolo? Porsha was like, come on, girl. You ain't gonna get in trouble. Don't worry about nothing. And damn shit, look what kind of trouble Tanya Sims, and she had to flee the country, baby. What a crazy situation. And Kandi Burruss is acting like she don't know what's going on, and she don't want to talk about the situation, but yet she gives great detail to Eva Marcille about the situation. I was like, Kandi, who are you fooling? And so, when it came to Miss Eva Marcille, basically she was like, so what about Shamea? What did Shamea do? Did she have fun too as well? And Kandi Burruss had to step in and say, no, she didn't have no fun. I didn't see her in the room with the other ladies, because there was one particular room that the ladies were in, and you could see everything in that room, and Shamea was not a part of that. She was not in that room, because there was multiple people in that room, and you could see right through that room. And she says that Shamea was not in that room at all. I was like, Lord. And then, Eva Marcille is feeling a certain type of way, because, Cynthia Bailey and Kandi Burruss is acting like they don't want to talk about the situation, like they don't want to hear about it, like they want to be hush-hush. And Eva Marcille was like, no, don't hush-hush no situation. These ladies done dogged us and talked about us and everything else of that nature. So basically, she wants that get back right away, right now. She wants Shamea, Porsha, and Tanya Sams to get it, because she's feeling a certain type of way. Revenge is best served cold for Eva Marcille, and that's why she's been talking about bumping click-clacks, bumping carpets, and everything else at Cynthia's wedding. I was like, Lord, Eva Marcille wants in on the drama. Are you coming back, Eva? What's going on? And with that situation, Kenya Moore was like, I don't know why, they want to be Miss, neutral Nancy. So Kenya was basically feeling a certain type of way. She doesn't know why, Cynthia Bailey and Kandi Burruss want to be, neutral Nancy's, and she's feeling a certain type of way. And she's like, I've been lied on, y'all. Come on. Why would you want to protect these people, Kandi Burruss? Why would you want to protect them, Kandi Burruss? This is how, Kenya Moore is feeling. She was like, these people did you wrong. These people lied on you. And Kandi Burruss like, yeah, they did. But at the same time, like, I don't want to, embarrass people or try to shame people for their sexuality or their experience of their sexuality, because Kandi totally understands, because she's been there, she's done it, and she did it, and she is doing it. So she don't want people to be judged, because that would be the wrong message, especially when she built an empire off of sexuality and toys and pleasing yourself. So in any event, when it comes down to that situation, I was like, ooh, because Cynthia Bailey was basically, Cynthia was like, I want to tap out right now. Kandi was like, well, what I seen on the coffee table, and basically Kandi Burruss is saying what she's seen on the coffee table, because Eva Marcille asked what happened on the coffee table, when it comes to Kandi Burruss, what happened on the coffee table, this infamous coffee table. And Kandi Burruss says there might have been some lips close locking and kissing, and she's saying not the lips, that you think. I was like, it's going down with this situation. So, Kandi Burruss basically said whatever stays in the dungeon is supposed to stay in the dungeon, but basically she's telling everything. She's saying on the coffee table there was some click clacking, lick lacking, blasting a third, and we know Sidora was on the coffee table. We know that Latoya Forever was on the coffee table, and we know Porsha Williams was over there by the coffee table. You know what I mean? So I basically, Shamea might have been MIA at this point, but in any event, Kandi Burruss is basically saying it was a lot of lip locking, but not your top lip. I was like, Lord have mercy, what is going on with this situation? Like, this is crazy. Like, for real. I was like, damn, Kandi is out here telling the business. She is telling the secrets, and she's telling what happened on the table, when at first she didn't want to talk about the situation. She don't want to say anything about the ladies, but basically she's giving details. She might have not said anybody's name, but she's saying that she's definitely co-signing what Kenya Moore said, that Latoya Forever was down there, in Porsha's land on Porsha's peach. So now, Kandi Burruss is basically, saying that is true. She's putting Porsha out there, she putting Latoya out there, and she might be putting Sidora out there too as well, because she was on the coffee table. But Ju is basically just saying she was clapping on the coffee table, just showing, Bolo her moves, and he was behind her. But the thing about it is, when he was behind her, was he covered up or was he not? And was it close enough where she can feel traction and she could have climaxed? Who knows? So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And Kenya Moore definitely came through and was like, listen, it is not the lips on, it's not your top lip, to Miss Eva Marcille. Like, no. And it seems like Eva Marcille and Miss Kenya Moore are loving the situation. They're loving each and every bit of this situation that's going down and what's happening. And Kandi Burruss is not keeping her mouth closed. She's talking. She's keeping it out there. She let, Mallory, she let Eva Marcille know in the camera. She let the viewers know everything that was going on with the situation. I was like, Lord, it's going down like that. So Kenya Moore basically, she took her hand and she put it on, Eva Marcelle's mouth and said, not those, baby. I was like, ooh, Kenya, you are going in for these girls. Like, Kenya is not playing around. She is getting her revenge, from last year, to how she feels and everything that went down between her and Porsha. Right now, she got the ammunition, Porsha Williams gave it to her. So it is what it is. If Nene Leakes was there, Porsha Williams, wouldn't have did what she did. Porsha Williams wouldn't have been able to do what she did, because if Nene was even invited to, Cynthia Bailey's wedding, it wouldn't happen like that. I mean, bachelorette party, that if Nene spent the night, she would have made sure Porsha didn't do what she did. She would advise Porsha, you are in enemy's territory, and anything that you do and say will and can be held against you. And there's cameras and everything. Porsha was living free and thinking everything was all good, and no, it wasn't. Sidora thought so too, but she was out here wilding too as well, talking crap, exposing people's text messages and things of that nature. And I don't know how they felt so comfortable to do what they did around these ladies, knowing that they ain't friends. It's just like showing your enemy or showing a broke person or a poor person where you stash your money at and where your gold is at. You think they ain't gonna come for it? Yes, they are. So in any event, Sidora, hopefully everything is good with her marriage, and Kenya Moore is happy, and also Eva Marcille is happy. They're gloating with the situation, and Cynthia Bailey really don't want nothing to do with it. Kandi is basically telling the story of what she's seen on the coffee table. So basically, she's a part of the situation. She's in the situation, and she wants to tell people what's going on. And she definitely did, because she said the ladies were doing more than what they say that they were doing. So therefore, the ladies tried to say no, that they wasn't doing that when it came to Tanya saying Porsha Williams, Latoya, and Sidora. Sidora and Latoya are supposed to kiss, and it seems like only Kandi Burruss and Kenya Moore witnessed the kiss. What's going on? Nobody else seen the kiss? Or other people did on Porsha's side, like Shamea, and she ain't saying nothing. Tanya ain't gonna say nothing, and Drew ain't gonna tell on herself. And Latoya, Latoya still denying the kiss, but she's saying that they were snuggled up. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. But in any event, Kenya Moore and Kandi Burruss sat down and had a conversation, and basically, Kenya Moore saying thank you, Kandi, for supporting me, saying that you heard something in the room and everything else. And Kandi Burruss said, listen, I don't want to ruin anybody's relationship or anything of that nature, because the other person that you saying that was in the room with Porsha, is Tanya Sam. So it's not like, Kandi has a beef with Tanya, so she don't want to put Tanya out there, because Tanya has a relationship, even though, she's been wanting kids with this man, and she wanted to be married to this man, and he's been doing whatever. He should suck it up and take it. But I think that she's utterly embarrassed, and she utterly feels like she's being picked on. And if she believes that it didn't happen, if what she's saying is true, didn't happen, then she feels like she's a target and she's being used for a storyline for the season. But they used her before when she was coming for Nene. They used her before, she was okay with it. But I guess this time she is not okay with it. And I don't know how Tanya Sams thought anything was gonna be good that she do in front of Kenya Moore, when she called out Kenya Moore. She called out Kenya Moore being a liar. She called out Kenya Moore for wearing wigs and things of that nature. And also said, call out Kenya Moore for bringing a cookie lady around, when it was actually Cynthia Bailey that brought her around first. So I don't know why Tanya Sam felt comfortable with Kenya Moore throwing an event, and being in a house and then doing anything in front of these ladies that they can possibly use against them as a storyline. And, but in any event, so Kandi Burruss and, Kenya Moore has this conversation, and, Kandi really doesn't want to ruin their relationship. Kenya says she don't want to ruin no relationships either, but, whatever. It's collateral damage. They done lied on me, and basically, Kenya Moore wants somebody to back her story. And she says she has Marlo to back her story. And she says she has Kandi Burruss to back her story too as well, because there was talks of suing Kenya Moore. And then Kandi Burruss said, you can't be sued because the shit happened. We got recordings and things of that nature, because on the low, allegedly Kenya Moore and maybe, Kandi Burruss got some information, got some recordings that is going to help them if there's ever anything of that nature to happen as far as a lawsuit or a case. But in any event, Kenya was asked, why is it important for you to know the truth? She said, because if it was the shoe was on the other feet, they'll be doing it to me. And plus she been lied on, and basically she want to say whatever it is, and she don't care about it, because, she had a little situation when it came to Shamea and when it came to Porsha, whether Kenya Moore was there for Shamea when she was about to give birth, and she was spotting in water, blase a third, and Shamea left her out to dry. So she don't give a damn about Shamea's relationship. She don't give a damn about anybody's relationship when it comes to getting her revenge at this time and point, because she got the upper hand, and she can it's just smooth sailing for her and Kandi Burruss for the rest of the season, because all they gotta do is bring up this situation, and then the shit's gonna get ugly. So in any event, basically, Kandi Burruss doesn't want to hurt people's relationship, but then why is she talking about it, But in any event, Kandi says she's not going to leave, Kenya Moore out there hanging, because Kenya Moore feels like Porsha Williams is going to lie. She's going to say it didn't happen, and she's going to use Shamea. It's going to be Drew, and her team basically saying it didn't happen. So she needs some support, and she is appreciative of Kandi basically saying that she heard something in the room too when it came to Porsha Williams' room and Bolo, and then finding out that, Tanya Sands was the other person in the room. So in any event, Kenya Moore said that everybody that's sitting here at Cynthia Bailey's house is witnesses to the situation of what went down. Cynthia Bailey might not have seen everything, but Kandi seen enough. And we don't know if Kenya Moore is recording, baby. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And then we get to, Shamea basically saying that she wants to have a party. Girls just want to have fun. We want to do what we want to do, like we want to do, be ourselves, have fun, do everything that we want to do, whatever it is that we want to do. But the way that Shamea said it, it seems like she wanted a continuation of what went down over there in South Carolina. Girl, I know you don't. But in any event, you guys remember Porsha Williams and, Fallon, and also Sidora and Latoya was posting up to, Instagram to show that they are cool and basically all this other stuff. So right now, Shamea is throwing a party, but the party is no judgment. And so she's getting the ladies together to have this good time, to have this party, and basically, let everybody know, the judgment that happened and everything that went down is not cool and the situation. And then we get down to the nitty gritty where, Porsha is feeling a certain type of way that she don't want to sit next to Dennis McKinley. She don't want to be with him at the wedding. And basically, at Cynthia Bailey's wedding, but she feels like he went online to try to make her look bad and basically post that he is single as F because he felt like Porsha Williams was coming through with another man, to Cynthia Bailey's wedding. So that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying is happening. But he could have been mad when he found out about the Bolo situation too as well. And Porsha Williams is feeling a certain type of way because she's like, this is coming off of Kenya Moore posting it wasn't me. And now she got to deal with the situation. Then Marlo has to deal with her situation too as well when it comes to Sidora, because Sidora wants to, question Marlo about a situation like, Marlo, what do you think about what Kenya Moore is doing? What she's posting online, it wasn't me. And also you posted that it wasn't you. And she's doing this investigation. And Marlo Hampton is basically saying, listen, I posted on Instagram basically saying that it wasn't me. And the reason why I did that is because my nephew basically came to me and asked me, was I doing the ookie nookie? And basically she said, no, not a good excuse, Marlo. I think you're lying. But in any event, she said that's the reason why she took to Instagram, because she's going to defend herself if somebody say something about her. Nobody said nothing about you. They said it could have. Everybody knew it wasn't Marlo, because Marlo don't F for free. And she ain't going to F these ladies, ain't got $1 billion to pay her. And, she messing with multi-millionaire. Only person that can afford her in the room is Kandi Burruss. And we know she don't mess with no broke dude. We all know that she ain't going to do that. We know Marlo wasn't a part of it. We knew Marlo and Cynthia Bailey was the two that didn't have nothing to do with nothing, and then, I'm for facts. And, Kenya Moore, and when it comes to Latoya, you kind of like, okay, maybe because they were flirting around, maybe something could happen. But we know damn sure before, the show was even aired, Marlo and Cynthia Bailey wasn't doing nothing. Cynthia Bailey ain't trying to lose the last, her last, she ain't trying to lose this husband that she got. And in any event, so, Marlo Hampton basically expressed her opinion, and she said the reason why I did it and I posted up, it was a coincidence that it happened like the way that it happened, that Kenya Moore ended up posting what she posted. But basically, I posted what I needed to post for my nephew, because he was asking me, was I out here doing this, or I was out here doing that. And basically, she said she is just cool with Kenya Moore. They're taking baby steps with the situation, but she tells Sidora that ain't nobody gonna regulate who I am friends with. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I need to do and how I need to move. So point blank period, Marlo is telling, Drew, okay, nice question, nice, whatever, you trying to put me on the spot, but girl, you better fall back, because if the shoe was on the other feet and you and Porsha wasn't friends no more, you would still want me to be your friend, and I would still be your friend as long as you didn't sleep with, Dennis, or do anything bad to PJ or talk bad about PJ, then I'll still be cool with you. So she nipped that shit in the butt to let them know y'all ain't gonna pressure me to choose or anything of that nature. And so it is what it is. So Marlo's handling that situation, and Sidora is just looking like, oh, it's nothing I can do about that situation. And also Marlo says, like, if you don't like Kenya, and she brings bad vibes to you or bad energy or whatever it is, you shouldn't be around her. And Porsha and Porsha said, I'm not going to I'm not telling you that you need to. I'm not telling you whether you could be friends or not with Kenya Moore. That is not what I'm saying to you, girl. So Porsha Williams basically is like, listen, Marlo, I didn't tell you that you can't be friends with her. I ain't trying to regulate your friendship with Kenya Moore or anything of that nature. But she was just saying that I agree with everything you just said, Marlo. That you shouldn't have to choose Blase the third. But she said, I don't even know where this conversation is coming from, because I didn't ask you to choose. I didn't ask you to do this. But Porsha's written all over your face that, you can't trust her. And you're feeling a certain type of way about Marlo being friends with Kenya Moore, because you're beefing and Kenya Moore is really coming for you and blowing up the situation. And Kandi Burruss is with her talking about y'all been doing something on a coffee table and the room, making sounds and noises and everything of that nature. And Marlo also said that she heard the noises too. So therefore, I know you're not feeling Marlo at all. So it is what it is. Do you think Marlo is shady? Do you think Marlo, is really Porsha's friend? We'll see. But, Marlo goes back and tell Kenya Moore what Latoya said. So is Marlo right in doing that because she is Kenya Moore's friend? Or should Marlo be neutral and whatever Kenya Moore and them side of the girls say, she should keep it to herself? And what Porsha and her side say, should she keep it to herself? Or should she go back and forth, with the bone carrier? Baby, you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And so, Shamea is looking at Marlo like, what? And Porsha says she was hurt by the situation. And they're looking at her like, what? Like, yo, she's really dead ass out here defending Kenya Moore when Kenya Moore is, trying to bring down Porsha and expose everything that Porsha did. At the same time, Sidora, Latoya, and Tanya Sams, her enemies, not her friends, and they gave her, all the weight in the world to use. So, they're feeling a certain type of way. And, Porsha Williams just feels really bad about the situation. She knows that she can't have Marlo on her side. And she thought Marlo would be on her side because Marlo was on Nene's side the last time I checked. And the last time I checked, Nene and Kandi and Kenya and Cynthia ain't cool. So I think Porsha really thought that Marlo was going to be a guaranteed person on her side, but no, it's not. And anyways, Porsha feels like Marlo is being played. She's being taken advantage of, and Kenya Moore is being calculated, and basically she is using Marlo, and Marlo is gullible and weak for her. And Porsha Williams says, also, if Latoya wants to keep her head up Kenya Moore's ass and pay rent, I know it's low rent, but let them do it. So basically, Porsha is calling out Marlo and Latoya keeping their head up underneath Kenya Moore's hiney, and basically they're paying rent to actually rent a spot there, in other words. So Porsha Williams is feeling a certain type of way, and she ain't happy about the situation. In any event, they know that they can't trust Marlo. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be with that situation. So they have that conversation and all this other stuff, and Marlo said I could post whatever I want to Instagram, and I did it for my nephew. Was it? And Marlo was like, was there a coincidence when you have Kenya Moore posting to Instagram, and then you have Shamea posting to Instagram and basically saying girls just want to have fun, and then you posted, so it was a coincidence. So Marlo's basically, she's playing them games. She's on both sides. She ain't trying to pick a side. She's just chilling. But one thing she ain't gonna do, for now, I don't feel like Marlo's going to do anything to jeopardize her friendship with Kenya Moore. And she's going to try to be true and honest the most with Kenya Moore, because she fought with Kenya Moore. And she's been fighting with him for so long that she don't want to do that shit no more. But in any event, we got Latoya and Sidora. They come together. They all hug, smiles, everything. Like, what's going on with this situation? They like best friends. They see each other. They start dancing and twerking and everything. We got Latoya taking off her shirt basically to put on the shirt that, Shamea provided. Marlo, they're playing truth or dare, double dare, whatever, with a game of blocks. And Marlo was told to take up her shirt and run around the house, and she did. Baby, Latoya is dancing. on Sidora's booty. They getting it in, baby. They're acting like they are lost lovers, like they had a spat and they back together. Then they start fighting again. They got a tumultuous relationship. Either they jealous of each other, or they really want to be friends, or they're so much alike, or they just both real shady, and neither one of their shadiness can actually keep them having a friendship. But we gonna see, because Sidora, was asked, not Drew, but Latoya was asked if she wanted a drink, and she said no, because I'm never sober, because Drew told her that I ain't never seen you sober, and then Marlo hashed in on that situation. Ooh wee. So there be some reading, and so it was Latoya asked who she want to get it in with anybody in the room, and she said she wanted Drew Sidora. Come here, Drew. And then they start dancing. Drew had her legs open, then she turned to the side, and then Latoya got on top of her and started to dance, baby. And then you have Drew, she's shaking her booty and everything else of that nature. And then before you know it, it goes left, because they started talking about the blogs. And then Latoya brings up, like, she is tired of Kenya Moore. She is tired of what Kenya Moore is doing and trying to expose people. She said basically put her business on blast, and she's not liking the situation. And she knows that Kenya Moore went to the blogs and she's not feeling it. Then Drew Sidora jumped in like, what are you talking about, girl? Because you posted to the blogs that it was, you posted to the blogs too as well that it wasn't you. So what are you saying, that you're against Porsha, you're against Kenya Moore? Like, come on with that fakeness. And so then it was almost about to go down if Porsha Williams and Marlo Hampton didn't get in the middle of the situation in Shamea. And so basically Latoya, she was like, girl, what are you talking about? And so it wasn't me. And so, Drew was feeling a certain type of way. Drew was like, girl, what are you talking about? Drew was like, yo, listen, you post the same thing. And Latoya, Latoya was like, yo, listen, you said I don't honor marriages, but yet you was over there doing this and doing that, blase and a third. And, so they basically arguing about what happened in South Carolina, and they're going back and forth. And so basically, Drew is calling out Latoya, saying you are on Kenya Moore's side because you posted that it wasn't me. And Latoya is basically saying, girl, you came for me and said I don't honor marriages, but yet you was all up on Bolo. So what are you talking about? And so all of a sudden their conversation of dancing and being cool and wanting each other just went down the hill. Like, what happened? It's like back and forth with these two ladies. Is a fatal attraction? What's going on? I was just like, damn, what's going on? And, so Drew is just calling out Latoya, saying everything that Latoya is saying to Porsha is basically a lie, because she's down with Kenya Moore, and, it is what it is. And then they started arguing, and they're going back and forth, and I'm just like, damn. And so Latoya, it was basically like, you got to struggle marriage. And then Sidora, she jumped up and she was like, girl, let me tell you something, you did the hashtag, you was down with Kenya Moore, and you was doing all that with her too as well. You was asking questions and all that of that nature. And so that's when Latoya was like, you got a struggle marriage, and you was all over Bolo, grinding on Bolo's grinding on Bolo. And so Drew was like, you know what, that's why your husband is trying to cancel you. And then Latoya said, well, your marriage is struggled. And Drew said, I have a perfect marriage. I was like, Drew, why are you lying? She said, I have the perfect husband, I have the perfect hairline. Yes, you do got the perfect hairline when it comes to Latoya, straight up and down. And Drew was like, I got the perfect kids. Yes, you do got the perfect kids, but the marriage part, girl, you need to say that for another time. And then Drew got up and she said, no, Latoya forever. No, it's Latoya Latoya, never be. Don't you ever say my name. Keep my name out your mouth. Don't anything that regard to me. Don't talk about me as 1 + 1. Basically coming at her saying, don't you mention me. Don't you talk about me. You don't know a damn thing about me. You don't know my truth. You don't know this. You don't know that. All types of situation. Like, Lord have mercy. It was going down between them two, and they both stood up. And Porsha's confused. She don't know what's going on with these ladies, because 1 minute minute they was just twerking on each other, next minute that they're beefing, and Latoya's getting up, she's yelling and she's screaming, then now they're back to being happy again. So it is what it is with that situation. But Latoya is feeling a certain type of way, so she tells Porsha that, listen, Kenya Moore is the one that's going to the blog. She's the one that went to Love B. Scott and basically dropped the story with him. In any event, we know Kenya Moore said if she was going to drop a story, it was going to be with TMZ, and it was going to be with Love B. Scott. And Kenya Moore also said that when it comes to Marlo Hampton, her favorite place to be is page 6, and Kenya Moore don't mess with page 6. So maybe it was multiple people going to the blogs, and also they're saying that Don Juan went to the blogs. That's the rumor out there in the streets. You guys tell me what you think about that. So in anyways, it is going down. And so Latoya is basically telling the ish on Kenya Moore, and basically she's saying that Kenya Moore is telling people that Latoya went down on Porsha Williams. And so Porsha Williams said, no, I think it was you that went to the blogs, Latoya. I think that it's you that did it, because here you come in here with these slanderous lies just to bring this shit up, just to talk about it. So it's something going on with you. So Porsha Williams is not trusting her. And then when it comes to Drew said basically she's trying to get to know both sides. She's trying to be cool with everybody, but she said it's just so hard because of what Kenya Moore is doing to you guys, and she wants to be cool with Porsha and Drew and everything, but it's like she has to pick a side, and it's just bad juju for her at this point, because it's hard for her to still be cool with Kenya than be cool with you guys, because Kenya Moore confronted her and basically said, girl, you had too much of that Porsha juice. You had too much of that Porsha. You was tasting on Porsha. So it is what it is with that situation. So you guys let me know. I was like, damn. And so then Sidora is just listening. And then Latoya basically says, well, when it comes down to Kenya Moore, basically is involved in a situation where her husband is asking for spousal support, and he filed for divorce, and everybody's like, what are you talking about? And so then Sidora is basically feeling a certain type of way about the situation. She feeling like, damn, you shouldn't be saying this. And then even Porsha tells Latoya, you shouldn't be talking about Kenya Moore's private business. So it seems like everybody else is agreeing with the situation that, hey, listen, this should not be going down. And so Latoya was like, well, any event, it is what it is. And so, Portia's basically saying to Latoya, like, basically, if you are riding with Kenya Moore and you think that everything that she's doing is cool and you still friends with her, then I can't be friends with you. That means there's something wrong with you, because she's lying on you. And they're asking Latoya, when Kenya Moore accused you of going downtown on Porsha, what did you say? She said, I didn't even say that. At this point, I was just too through with the situation. Latoya could be a double agent with the situation. Latoya is a flip-flop, but I think she's just trying to find herself in the group. But she is a freak, and she don't want her freakness to be on display. And that's the issue that she has. But at the same time, she don't want to bite the hand that's feeding her. And that's Kenya Moore, Kandi Burruss, and Cynthia Bailey. Because they have her all in top scenes. You know what I mean? She's filming with the OGs. So in any event, so Latoya basically saying, Kenya Moore is going around saying that Latoya, went down on Porsha Williams. I was like, Lord, if it didn't happen, and Kenya Moore saying this about you, why are you still trying to be her friend? Why are you still trying to be cool with her if she lied on you? So something's going on with the situation that ain't all the way cool. But in any event, Eva Marcille, Kandi Burruss, and Kenya Moore and Cynthia Bailey are still intact as a team, and they might be adding Marlo to the situation. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. I was like, Lord, what is happening? What is going on? So Latoya basically is telling Kenya Moore's business, and she's supposed to be her friend. She put her on a jet and everything else of that nature, have her film with her, because when you're filming with Kenya Moore, it's gonna get aired on TV. Your conversations with Kenya Moore is gonna get aired on TV. They are going to put it out there. So you with the OG, they got a huge fan base too as well. And Kandi Burruss got a huge fan base where their fans are probably gonna be looking at Latoya like, hey, what's up? So they're really feeding Latoya as far as when it comes to a fan base, getting, her feet on solid ground when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and having ladies, help her out in that situation. But in any event, it's gonna go left. We're gonna see. But we also have, Porsha Williams is upset with Dennis McKinley, and it is what it is with that situation. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. We have Eva Marcille. She's having a conversation, and she's basically saying the girls licking each other ish. And she's basically, exposing the situation to a stranger. What she heard, because she got, probably some more information on the situation. So, she's keeping it cute. And she also said the carpet munching that's going on, the carpet munching that's going on. So, any event, Miss Eva Marcille is back and she wants to get in on the action. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord, she's saying all this at the wedding. Like, she's making sure she get that in, and Bravo made sure that they posted Kent. And when it comes to Porsha Williams, she's having a bad situation with Dennis McKinley. Their relationship is kind of like over. And then Dennis McKinley actually saying that, he's single and Porsha's basically taken to the heart because he's giving credence to what Kenya's saying. And people are looking like, oh my gosh, she really did it with Bolo. And basically, she wants to be done with Dennis McKinley. They've been having a relationship and they've been going back and forth before she went over there to South Carolina. Who dropped her off? Dennis McKinley. She went out to dinner with him. She slept over his house and everything else of that nature. And if you don't want to send mixed messages and you broken up, why are you still in his house? He dropping you off early in the morning, especially if you're just co-parenting. And, Portia's not happy with him having his own pad, and Dennis McKinley's not happy with getting kicked out of his pad. Porsha said, you dating? He said, no, I'm not dating. She said, well, who you smashing? And he didn't want to answer that question. He said, nobody. And he's basically saying we went from a relationship to getting engaged to having a kid to not even having a conversation. He was like, I don't even know why we broke up. He don't know what's going on, because he was like, girl, we are 40. And she was like, no, I ain't 40. What are you talking about? Then he turned around and said, we are 40, kind of like, and maturity wise and things of that nature. And basically Porsha said, if I didn't have a kid with you, you didn't have a kid with me, we wouldn't be together. So Porsha's pissed at Dennis McKinley. It is what it is. If it's true, if it's not, who knows? At this point, it really doesn't matter. Just like when it comes to Kenya Moore and Mark Daly, whether they stay together or not, at this point, it's going to take until the babies get 10 years old for them to actually realize whether they want to stay or go, because that hope of a white picket fence and a family and, is in the air, and they still think about it and still smell it and sniff it. And we got Miss Cynthia Bailey's at her wedding. Her wedding looks beautiful. Everything is cool. I don't know if her father showed up. He might have not showed up, but in any event, she's happy. She looks beautiful. Mike Hill looks beautiful. Everybody looks beautiful. They did an amazing job. Congratulations. I hope they stay together forever. To death do them port, because Cynthia Bailey don't need no more divorce, and Mike Hill don't need no more divorces either. Let them stay. They seem like a good couple. They do support each other. They do help each other, and he got her back all day, every day. And she looked beautiful. It seemed like she didn't have Kenya Moore or, Eva Marcille on the stage with her, because she can't have them two beautiful, gorgeous women on the stage with you like that. Even though Cynthia is a dime piece, but that would take away from her magnificent, beautiful, and her beautiful gown, looking good, gotten it going on. So they dance, they kiss, they hug, they in love, and it is what it is. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. It is ugly in these streets when it comes to this situation. Peace and love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby.